This is the eastern region of the Cicatrix. The location marked on Rollo's sea chart is nearby.
Let's prep up and make our way there. You all ready for this, crew?
Ready!
We're going at a real nice clip.
The waves are growing tumultuous.
Steer with care, Adel. We don't want the ship keeling over. That aside, this should be just around where the sea chart was marked.
I don't believe we are in error. The entirety of this region is blanketed in a tremendous amount of mana. What could this mean?
Dead ahead! The unconscious path where the rainbow meets the northern lights.
Hey! Look through the rainbow! There it is!
Almost makes the rainbow look like a gate.
What a breathtaking sight!
Adel! Set a course over yonder!
It's huge! Just a little further, and we'll pass right beneath it!
I always thought rainbows were supposed to disappear when you get near them.
Here's hoping this doesn't turn into another game of tag.
Fingers crossed!
What the?
The storm subsided? Look, everyone! The island!
Huh. It actually stayed in place for once.
I've never seen birds like those in Obelia Gulf.
That species. From what I recall, their nesting grounds were swept clean away by the deluge.
Stay the course. We're going ashore on that island. Real picturesque, huh?
Well, Adel, this the island you were aiming for?
But how did you even know about this island anyway? I mean, this is your first time being here, right?
Viewpoint Isle. This is quite a revelation.
So that's what was going on all those times you spaced out. And you say that Oldtimer told you to bring me here, aye?
Are you sure that's a good idea? I mean, you still have no clue who he actually is.
The more we hear about him, the less he sounds like just your average person.
I may be out of the loop here. But you trust the guy, right, Adel? All those mana tricks you picked up here helped me out too. In a second-hand sort of way. Plus, it's the only lead we've got. If you're willing to take a chance, then so am I.
Miss Kaja.
Well, if there's one thing I know about Adel, it's that he'd never turn his back on an uncanny island like this. So, might as well hit the ground running.
The rest of us will keep the ship on standby. That way, we can flee at a moment's notice if anything goes wrong.
Adel, I ask that you allow me to accompany you. My thanks. The two of you should make sure to prepare thoroughly, for caution's sake.
Are there enemies in store?
Whether they are friend or foe, I cannot say. Only that something of great portent awaits you.
Well, nobody else is on this island except that Oldtimer, according to Adel. There do seem to be some beasts roaming about though, so we'll stay on our toes.
Let's make
This island
tracks!
sure is beautiful. Makes the little things seem like they don't even matter. Zone out, and you could end up forgetting what you're after. Let's hurry and meet that old-timer.
We can begin by locating the hut we were shown in the reflecting pool.
Should be a good spot to rest. Alley-oop!
Let's turn back!
Alley-oop! Mana! Mana! Mana sense might come in here. Something's there. And we're off!
This place is straight out of a dream. Hard to believe someone actually lives here. Doesn't look like anyone's home. Did he leave you a note?
Dear Adol, well done making it to this isle. The final key is your flesh and blood self. Take care not to leave anything behind. I shall await you in the rightful location.
The final key? And this rightful location bit's just as vague. Any idea what they might point to? A sword? Looks pretty dated, but formidable all the same.
Adol, take that sword if you would. I suspect it will prove indispensable moving forward.
Hugel, you're back!
What was that? The sword from the chest? But why would it...
Eyes up!
It would appear plain that the sword is reacting to that pillar of light. Just what is that area, Adol?
Huh. Not like you to leave a place untrodden. We might as well take up the invite. Let's go see what that pillar's about. All right, let's go!
Should be a good spot to rest. Switch! Climb up!
I've been thinking this since we arrived. But damn, that thing is so huge it's ridiculous.
We'll need to find a way to climb it. Let's proceed with caution.
Caught the wind! This one's strong. Nice breeze! Mana! And we're off! So fast! Here goes! Here goes! Have you? So fast! So fast! Something's there. And we're off!
Look, Adol! We can see the entire island at a glance from up here. So you went on a secret adventure all over this place, huh? Sneaky, sneaky.
Let's make tracks! So fast! Nice breeze!
There it is!
This pillar... It seems to be controlling the vast measures of mana that permeate this isle.
What for, though?
To open the entrance, presumably. As well as to ensure that whatever occurs within will exert no influence on the world without.
Entrance? Where? All I'm seeing is a dead end.
Yes, without question. Our beckoner likely awaits us beyond it.
He sure is making a big to-do out of this. What do you think the Oldtimer's game is here? Aye. Time to roll up our sleeves and step to it.
If I may ask, what sort of person is this elderly gentleman you've been meeting with, Adol? I see.
You said he was able to use mana, right? There's a chance he could be a Norman. Something wrong, Leela?
Not at all. Let us hurry ahead.
Right.
And we're off!
So these are the Forbidden Lands. It's like a whole other dimension.
An islet tucked away in the corner of Bifrost. The edge of the world itself. To think that this is the place.
Just who is this old-timer you met, Adel? These enemies are like no beasts or Grieger I've ever seen before. They remind me of the Walhalla dwellers spoken of in legends.
Mona! 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 You? And raw! You? And raw! You? This one's strong. Let's make tracks. You? Caught the wind. And raw. Let's make tracks. And raw. Let's catch our breath. Let's make tracks. Let's tackle it together. And raw.
Are those ships over there? And those designs?
They're of Norman make, aren't they?
You? What's this? There's so many. How's that? What? How's this? Time to strike back! Fire in the hole! Take that! How's that? Let's make tracks! Let's make tracks!
Looks like that cannon still works. You know what that means. Ha! Bullseye! We can keep going now!
Most impressive, you two.
A rare find!
You? 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 Let's make tracks! And raw! Looks valuable. And raw. And raw. You? Burn to action! Let's make tracks! Rage! Mana fire! Wait there, Karja.
Switch!
Switch!
You?
Switch out! Yeah, here I go! Frost over! Yeah! Something's off. Might want to mana sense around. Eat this!
Switch! Let's make tracks! And raw! Let's make tracks! Flame off!
Switch out!
Switch! I'm back, Karja. In raw!
Let's catch our breath.
In raw!
Let's tackle it together!
Aurora. Not sure why. But seeing it gives me this lonely sense of longing.
Perhaps this is how the lost Norman homeland once looked. No doubt he felt just the same.
Let's make tracks!
You?
How's that? Let's make tracks! No chance! You?
Nice try! Pretty sure something's around here.
Let's make tracks! Let's make tracks! In raw!
Skater! Check out that door. Yes, this is the end. No matter what lies beyond. We've got nothing to fear. Let's go, Adol.
Let's make tracks! Let's make tracks!
Ah, you've arrived at last. This place is vaguely reminiscent of my homeland. Winters longer than I could hope to fathom. Summers that pass in the wink of an eye. The fleeting skies of the latter were much the same as the one we see above us. Quick on the uptake as ever.
This the Oldtimer, Adol?
it truly is you. Rollo, my dear husband.
Huh?
Leela, how long has it been? You've suffered in countless ways on my account. And to top it off, I've grown gray and decrepit with age. I was convinced I lacked the dignity to so much as look you in the eye.
Don't be ridiculous. All this time, I assumed you were no longer of this world.
Rollo? The Rollo? We're talking about someone who lived over a century ago. Just how old are you now?
Over 140 or so, in fact, though I've long ceased keeping count. It was my unfinished business that stopped me from shuffling off this mortal coil.
Unfinished business? Actually, that reminds me. Why did you disappear after the Grieger laid waste to your country?
The Grieger? Ah, yes. You speak of the malevolent beings born of the Sea King's throne.
Pardon? Where did you get that idea?
So, you never noticed either, Leela. From here, one can witness the state of the world for what it is. The true nature of the Sea King's throne is that of the latent power within the unconscious minds of man. In particular, humanity's innate ability to forge the world around them. Take a moment to contemplate. The world, as humans know it, exists by way of human thoughts and emotions. Therefore, it is the perceptions of the people in any given time and place that compose the world. Should the world ever change, it is because the hearts and minds of man have changed.
I guess that makes some amount of sense.
But then what need was there to prepare a physical throne?
That is where my understanding ends. Perhaps the gods thought to provide man a means by which to realize his own gifts. The throne that crumbled to dust, I'd wager, was nothing more than a simple armchair.
A mere chair? If that is indeed the case, why do you say it was the throne that brought forth the Grieger?
Those who reside in the lands of Obelia Gulf are pervaded by a deep-seated conception that by no means can they effect change, or that by no means do they wish to. It is those human sentiments that comprise the deathless Grieger in their purest form.
The Grieger are caused by man?
And those feelings of being unable to change things, or having no desire to. That's what keeps him from dying?
Yes, this was as present in the nation I founded as it is in the present age. In times of peace, man wishes for his tranquil days to last in perpetuity. Conversely, in times of strife, he elects to avert his eyes and weather the storm. Although he possesses the power to forge the world, he corners himself into stagnation. Such individuals are the ones who unconsciously give rise to the Grieger.
Does that go for the Trident too?
Yes, they are fundamentally the same, albeit somewhat different in origin. From the very beginning, my mother had been incapable of bearing a child. Having married into the house of the Jarl, however, failure to provide an heir would not be brooked. In her desperation, my mother called upon Rollo in prayer, and at last I was conceived.
Wait, Loto?
It is the name of a god considered to be a maverick.
I was always taught never to pray to Loto.
That is because Loto is a god who engenders chaos. Some rumors even hold that it was he who drove the Normans out of their homeland.
What?
That said, there are times chaos can bring about weal just as much as it does woe. Thus do people continue to implore his aid, as had been done in eras past. It is for this reason that he is disparaged by other gods as a divine evil.
Quite so. In response to my mother's pleas, Loto implanted 3 malices into her womb. Such is the story of how I was born.
That's just...
Upon first learning of this, I resented my mother. But in retrospect, I am grateful. After all, she had been willing to go to such lengths to wish for my birth. And then, we have Leela, who awakened my inner self slumbering within the depths of my subconscious.
Rollo.
It must be acknowledged, however, that this very act is what brought about the great calamity in all of its tragedy. I am of a mind to put an end to these malices with which I am one. And quashing malice born of humanity necessitates humans of equal strength.
You wouldn't. You mustn't.
Trident, return to me. I stand before you as your true liege and master.
Stop this!
Oh, nearly lost myself there.
Rollo?
Those devils could not be vanquished at the time of the Great Calamity. I had my reasons, you see, for whiling my days away in Beevrost, the collective unconscious of humankind. My aim was to devitalize the malices bit by bit, and at the same time...
I'm getting a vision in my head.
Those who not only confront the malice born of their unconscious, but prevail against it. It is with their futures that I cast my lot.
Did Gren just...
Conquering malice requires the strength of will and mind to envision what you aspire to, and be certain you will realize it. The key lies not in cold calculations, but rather the courage to believe in oneself, even in the absence of rational grounds. Adol, that blade you have come to acquire, the Haim's Kringla. It embodies the very courage you and your companions have gained over the course of your journey. Adol, Karja, now is the time for you to strike me down! You'll forgive me for making you a part of it.
You're on. But on one condition.
What might that be?
Leela, you play for his side.
What?
There, Gramps. This round, you and Leela get to fight as a team.
Adol. Karja.
Hell's bells! Ha! I couldn't ask for anything better! Lucky for me, the ones who made it to this isle were two stout young souls like yourselves. Leela.
Yes.
So that's your true form. A mermaid.
Adol. Karja. Thank you both.
We're really in for it now, huh? You won't go holding that against me, right?
Not a bit.
Here it is. The point our journey's been leading up to. This is one fight we can't afford to lose. Let's go, shield brother!
Conquer the malice of this world!
How's this?
We shall engage you in tandem.
What? How's that?
Together!
Crumble!
Didn't think that after a century, we'd be standing shoulder to shoulder like this. I'm sorry for what happened all that time ago, Leela.
You needn't give it a second thought, my love. Adol. Karja. The two of us will come at you with every fiber of our beings.
It'll make beating you all the more worth it! Right, Adol? Crumble! Crumble!
Brace yourselves!
Are you all right, Rollo?
I'm managing to retain control of myself. Thanks to you. That alone, however, will not be enough to stop Rollo of the Bloody Sea. As expected, our only resort is for these two to prevail.
You've got even more left to give? We're in this till we
See how this treats you!
Go forth.
Georgia!
This is...
Incredible.
Very amusing, Adol, Karja. To think that a lifetime spent tossed about by the whims of fate could end with an encounter against ones of your caliber. Harby. No, I'd go so far as to say Loto be praised. Now where were we? Let us make this a clash for the ages, my young, hopeful brethren!
How's this? No escape!
What?
Try this upside!
How's this?
What?
Try this upside!
How's that? How's this? How's this? Crumble! Shatter! Nice try! How's this? How's that? Shatter! How's this? Crumble! Shatter! Shatter! They broke through! How's that? Shatter!
No escape!
How's that?
Try this one for size!
Shield brethren, together!
You all right?
Yes, my love.
It'll take more than that to obliterate the malice!
How's that?
We go! Miller!
Yes, left!
Nice try!
Nowhere to run!
They broke through! Crumble!
You've done it. At last.
Is it over?
Karja. Adel. Thank you.
Mom?
Elena. Could it be that her resolve materialized into those shackles through...
Her own doing, yes. By way of the world-forging gift all humans innately possess. There is yet more to her strength of will and mind. In weaving a bond between Karja and Adel, it served as a major guiding force toward this outcome.
It just goes to show. Our journey found support in all shapes and sizes. Adel! Your sword!
That sword was also your latent power. A manifestation of the potential residing in each of you. With its purpose now fulfilled, it has returned to its proper place. For so long, I have bided my time for those who could lay me low. Humans are weak, but it is for this reason that they are yet capable of much and more. Where once I regarded this quality with contempt, in the end, I do so in admiration.
Ramps.
Well, Adol, what say we conclude by revealing the answer. The contents of that emptied chest were my greatest treasure. I trust that you recall my saying this as well as the riddle I posed. That sword you were wielding, the Heimskringla, embodied your respective potentials. My greatest treasure is none other than you. You are the promise this world holds.
Rollo.
Oh. It would appear that they've finally come to whisk this old man away. The time we spent on this isle together, Adol, was nothing short of irreplaceable. And Karja, I've caused you such hardship.
Gramps.
Well, naturally. I'm already 100 and... what was it again?
143 years old, my love.
Ah, yes. How could I forget? Fret not, even should we part. Our bonds endure.
Are you all right?
Thank you, Leela, for letting me make the best of my life. At last, I will see for myself what wonders await in Valhalla. Adol, Karja, remember these words well. Humans can forge the world. Of this much, I am certain.
Rollo? My dearest. If you please.
Great King Rollo, founder of Norgard, go with the love and grace of the gods.
The gods, huh? Makes you wonder how Rollo felt about being at their mercy.
Not too thrilled if I had to guess. But from what I gather, the man lived a life worth commemorating. Valkyria, guide his majesty to Valhalla, to Har's hallowed halls.
Never had much chance to talk with the Oldtimer, but he was incredible through and through.
Adol, Karja. No turn of phrase could ever express the depth of my gratitude. But even still, I thank you deeply. The memory of his parting smile is one I will forever hold. That we could arrive at this closure is more than I dared hope.
Wasn't nearly enough to pay back what he's done for us, if you ask me. But on a lighter note, what's next for you, Leela?
That is yet to be decided. My simple wish is to continue keeping vigil over these lands he sought to preserve. The only question is what form that endeavor should take. Incidentally, Adol, you'll be departing soon after this, yes? Are you alright with that, Karja?
I'll admit, I considered trying to hold him up at first. But the thing is, it takes awareness to grow as a person. And you can't be aware of much unless you take the steps to learn more. Now I know that adventures are something Adol just can't go without. So I don't think tying him down will do him any favors. Not being joined at the wrist anymore will take some adjusting too. But I think this is what my mom was getting at when she let us out of her cuffs.
By that token, one could see this as your liberation as well. Now is your chance to take life by the reins, as Ilena might say.
Yeah, that's why I'm working out some plans of my own.
I see. More farewells are coming down the line, then.
Aye. But let's not start a pity party about it. Well, Adol, you're headed to Karnak first, right? Let me give you a ride. I've got some business there myself. For all of Gren and the townsfolk's efforts, they've still got a ways to go on rebuilding. Yeah, this is nothing compared to what they've already accomplished. It shouldn't be long before the passenger liner makes port. Best you join up with Dogi and Dr. Flare and shove off. That's so. Well, how's this then? Ditch the liner, and I'll take you as close to your destination as I can on the Sandras. That way, you won't have to keep to any schedules. Look, I'm the one offering, so don't think twice about it. Now get a move on, will ya? I'll be right here waiting. That's that then. The torch is yours from here on out.
Sure thing. Consider it a promise.
To make sure my little brother doesn't bite off more than he can chew while I'm not watching. I'll be counting on Dogi to keep an eye out in my stead. Can't just let a lodestone for trouble like you stumble from one scrape into another alone.
I'm no Norman, though, so this won't be another Shield Brethren situation.
It's certainly true that Adol might benefit from having someone of that nature along. A partner who can both encourage and admonish him as the situation demands.
Karja and the doc here could use some babysitting themselves, if you ask me.
Right then. If there's nothing else that needs taken care of, let's hoist the sails and put to sea.
Fare thee well, Karnak.
I'd very much like to return in the future, after they've fully rebuilt.
Hey, Adol. About where I'm dropping you off. Kaznan's inland from the Selsetan coast, so there's no harbor in the area. That means we'll have to shoot for the passenger liner's port of call.
Ahoy!
Was that? Those guys. Seems like every one of them's managed to find a new life goal to work toward. Not as amazing as a certain someone. I'm like them, you know? That talk with my mom back on the Ark gave me a goal of my own. To scour the seas for a place where we Normans can build a new home. To take my turn carrying on the dream she and so many others stood for. That's nobody's choice but mine, of course. Sure, it'll mean rough waters ahead of me, but seeing Rollo, the life that Oldtimer led, it spurred me on. Thanks. Adol? Decades from now, when I'm an old woman and you're an old man, no matter how much time goes by, we'll still be Shield brother and Shield sister. If you're in a fix, I'll rush to the rescue sure as the sun. So, whenever it comes to mind, even if it's only once in a while, come pay me a visit, okay?
you.